Hi, dear students. Good morning, everyone. This is our session 2, day 2 in our English session. Today, we are going to see the first poem of our grade 8. The title of the poem is The Ant and the Cricket. Let's see.
Aesop's The Ant and the Cricket.
Let's see about the author first. The author of this poem, The Ant and the Cricket, is Aesop's. He was a Greek poet, and was a Greek fabulist and a storyteller, credited with number of fables now collectively known as Aesop's fables. This is our author, Aesop's. Let's see the birth of the author, the poet, Aesop's. He was born in the year 1620 BCE and died in the year 564 BCE in Greece. He was native of Greek, and his writings all about fables. His notable works are number of fables now collectively known as Aesop's fables. What is mean by fable? What is a fable? Let's see about it. A fable is a story about animals that has a moral. So in our poem, The Ant and the Cricket, it's a animal, it's an insect that conveys a moral. So it is a story like poem. So it is a fable. The introduction of the poem. This is a fable that conveys a moral. This poem is about an ant and a cricket. It contains an idea of far-reaching significance, which is as true of a four-legged cricket as of a two-legged one. The moral behind the poem is: live today but save for tomorrow. In this poem, we are going to see about the small tiny creature or ants, and the next thing, it's a brisk active insect. Here we are going to see the another creature, that is our crickets. It's a active one, but it conveys, these are the animals that the author chose in this poem, The Ant and the Cricket. There he conveys a moral. Let's see the summary of the poem. There was a young cricket who used to sing day and night during summers and springs, and did not save any food for its winter. This is the summary of the poem. Let's see a poem.
He sings a song all day long. He loves the summer days. There's an ant. She's very small. She's finding food to eat. She works all summer, all day long, and never has a treat.
Mrs. Ant, please stop now. Don't find food today. The summer is long and we can play. Find food another day.
Mr. Cricket, I can't stop now. Winter is coming soon. You must find food, or you'll be hungry from October until June.
Mrs. Ant, why do it now? The summer is so long. Find your food another day. But now let's sing a song.
The ant finds food. The cricket plays. And now it is September. The wind is cold. The rain is wet, and soon it is December. It's cold now, cold with snow. The ant is in her home. She's warm and happy. She has food, and she is not alone. It's cold outside. The cricket is hungry. He has no lunch or sweet.
Why did I play all summer long and now I've nothing to eat?
The ant in her house sees the cricket outside and gives him some of the food.
Take that this time, but next year, work hard, Cricket. It's for your own good.
Thank you, my friend. You saved my life. I learnt an important thing. Next summer, I'll work hard and find lots of food. Then, in the winter, we'll sing.
This is what the poem conveys. We have seen in a video now. Let's see the poem, The Ant and the Cricket. Line by line explanation. As I have told you, this poem is a fable. A fable is a story, often with animals as character, that conveys some moral to you. This poem is about an ant and a cricket. Contains an idea of far-reaching significance, which is as true of a four-legged cricket as of a two-legged one. Surely you have seen a cricket that has two legs. Let's start the poem from the first stanza. Let's see the line by line explanation of the poem now. A silly young cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm and sunny months of gay summer and spring, began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. The meaning of the word accustomed here is adjusting or adapting, and gay means the second line. Gay, the word gay is there. The meaning of the word gay, happy, Let's see the first paragraph, the first stanza's explanation here. There was a young silly cricket. He used to spend all his time in singing in the warm summer and spring months, not realizing. So here the cricket, he is a lazy character. He won't work anymore in the summer, and he won't realize the situation that these months were also meant for work. So all the summer and spring months are also for the work, were meant for singing. So he thought these summer and spring months is for singing, not realizing the way, and not realizing the time he spends there in the summer and spring season. Because with the arrival of winter, finding food become difficult. Yes, of course, in the winter season you cannot see, the insects cannot get food because it was very cloudy and it was filled with snowfall. Therefore the summer and spring were meant for storing food also. But the cricket spent all the time in vain, wasting the time during the happy months, and now his cupboard, as it was told in the fourth line, his cupboard was entirely empty in the winter season. Let's see the next stanza. Not a crumb to be found on the snow covered ground. Not a flower could he see, not a leaf on the tree. Oh, what will become, says the cricket, of me? Let's see the explanation of the second stanza. Here, the cricket realizes that the ground was covered with snow. As you have seen the cricket in the video at last, in the video clip, the ground was completely covered with snow. There was not even a crumb. Crumb means a piece to be found. Piece means not even a crumb of food to be found. So all and everywhere it was covered with snow. Nor could he see any flower and any leaf on the trees. He couldn't see any leaves and plants, flowers in the trees also. And there was perpetually nothing to eat. Perpetually means nothing. There is nothing and to eat within the house and outside. So within the house and also outside, there was nothing to eat. There was no food for the cricket. He became desperate. Desperate means sad, not knowing what to eat and how to survive. So in the second stanza, the cricket was affected and he couldn't get any food, even a crumb of food found in the ground, and not even inside the house and nor outside. What will become of me? So this was the second stanza. Let's see the third stanza here. At last by starvation. Starvation means without food. Famine, yes, scarcity of food. Starvation means hungry. Feeling hungry is called starvation, and famine means without any food, nowhere food is available. It is called scarcity of food. Availability of food will be very less. It is called famine. Made bold, all dripping with wet and all the trembling with cold. Away he set off to a miserly ant to see if he keep him alive he would grant. Let's see the third stanza and its explanation. So the explanation of the third stanza is, The cricket was starving. Starving means hungry due to famine, due to lack of scarcity of food. Lack of food, famine, hunger, and no resources. No resources means no food to sustain. To sustain means to survive, means to live. Sustain himself during the cold month of winter. So this was the winter season. So everywhere, no, they couldn't see even a flower in the tree, even a leaf in a tree, but everywhere it is full of scarcity, starvation, and famine. So the winter had taken a toll of his health. So it was just taken his health away because there was no food that was stored by the cricket, because he enjoyed the summer season where he wants to save the food, he wants to collect the food, but he played and he enjoyed the time. Here, he also had no shelter. So there was no shelter also for the cricket. And he therefore set out to meet his miserly aunt, hoping that the aunt may help him with something that would keep him alive. So here, at last, the cricket wants to meet the miserly. Miserly means the tiny creature. That the creature is aunt. He was hoping that from the aunt he can get some food and he can survive himself alive. So at last he is moving towards the aunt's house where he can get some help. Let's see the fourth stanza here. Him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he did repay it tomorrow. So from this stanza, the explanation of the fourth stanza here, the cricket approaches the ant to seek his help for shelter. Shelter means home, for the house, to stay inside, to escape from the cold winter. The rains made it difficult for the cricket to protect himself from the wet surrounding. He also needed some grains for food to combat hunger and starvation. Here, he is just getting some food and grains from the aunt to escape himself from the hunger and the starvation. Again, he informed the aunt that whatever help he would take, he would repay it soon. So here the word that what the cricket conveys here to the aunt, here the point it is explained about the cricket's behavior. So whatever you are giving to me, I borrow from you, or that is the grains. Definitely a day tomorrow, soon I will repay it back to you. It's soon, else his end had come. He would die of starvation. Definitely I will die in the starvation. This was the explanation of the fourth stanza. Let's see the fifth stanza here. Says the ant to the cricket, I'm your servant and friend, but we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm? Quoth the cricketer, not I. So the explanation of the fifth stanza here it is, The aunt feels sorry. So here the aunt feels sorry for the cricket. Why? Because he doesn't have a they the us ants they doesn't have a habit of getting and giving back, that is lending and borrow. So but he tells cricket that the ants never borrow and or lend, so that is the reason he feels sorry for the cricket. Perhaps that is the reason that the ant are self sufficient. They are already collected their food and they have sufficient of food with them. They have stocked. They have collected so much of grains and for their winter. So they all have sufficient food for them. Need not go begging. So we will not go for the begging. Begging means asking someone for something. The aunt asks the cricket if he didn't. The aunts asks the cricket if he didn't put aside anything in storage for the winter when there is nothing much to be found. So only when you collect food for the summer in the summer, then in the winter you will be feel happy and you can sit and eat and enjoy your winter time. This was the advice instruction given by the aunt to the cricket. The cricket answered in the negative. The aunt was quite surprised and shocked. Let's see the sixth stanza. My heart was so light that I sang day and night, for all nature looked gay. I told you already what is meant by gay. Gay means happy. You sang, sir, you say. Go then, says the aunt, and dance the winter away. This was the sixth stanza. Let's see the explanation of the sixth stanza now. The cricket tells the aunt that he was so happy. So now the cricket was so happy during the happy months of summer that he sang day and night. He was so happy and the nature looked so pleasant that he forgot all about the winter. So he forgot about the winter and he enjoyed in the summer months as it is and all the difficult times. Hearing this, the aunt told him that now he should spend the winter singing and dancing too. The aunt tells the cricket that there's no point crying over split milk. So this was the sixth stanza and its explanation. Let's see the seventh stanza now. The last and final stanza of our poem. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. Folks call this a fable. This is a fable. I'll warrant it true. Some cricket have 4 legs and some have 2. So let me read the last stanza again. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. Folks call this a fable. I'll warrant it true. Some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. So let's see the explanation of the last stanza now. Ants gets irritated and asks the cricket to leave. Thus, who do not wish to help themselves cannot be saved by others. The poet finally couplet of the poem tells final couplet of the poem tells his reader that though this tale is believed to be a fable, it is no else than truth. So it's a truth. So ants are the active and brisk insect in the world. We already know. So poet called this the true because what is true for the four-legged cricket and also true for the two-legged humans. So here four-legged creature is the cricket and 2 legs. Who have 2 legs? Only the humans. Humans and the cricket and the ant. Everything is compared here and the conclusion was given as it is. So this was the poem and adapted from the Aesop's fables. This was the message that was conveyed by the author Aesop's. What is the message here? See, go through it. When we are young, we must spend our time working and planning for the future as our aunt did. So we must, when you are young, we must spend our time working and planning for the future. The cricket enjoyed the sunny moments, that is the summer. The cricket enjoyed the sunny moments of the summer and spring and did not think of the cold and the difficult moment of winter. But the ant was occupied all through the summer and spring for collecting the food for the winter and storing it for the future. So this was the story and the message was conveyed by the author. The moral of the story is here. The cricket, wet in the rain and shivering with cold, went to the aunt and begged for something to eat. So who is begging there? The cricket is begging there to the aunt and he promised to repay the next day. So he is here the moral he conveyed and the good quality of the grasshopper, that is the cricket. He promising that it was repaid by the next day. And the second point, the aunt said, we aunts never borrow nor lend. So this was the important thing we have to look here. So ants never have a habit of borrowing and lending. She questioned the cricket why he never bothered to save something for the winter. And the third point, the silly cricket said he enjoyed the spring and summer by singing merrily through and through. So he enjoyed the summer, not bother about the winter season and for about collecting the food. And the aunt bluntly told him, go and dance through the winter. This was the moral that was conveyed in this poem. Yes, let's see the literary devices from the poem, The Aunt and the Cricket. So first, before going to the literary devices, let's see the rhyming scheme of the poem. The first thing in the rhyming scheme, we have to see to the last word of each line. See here, sing, spring. So these two are the rhyming words. So the rhyming scheme is A. Then home, come. So the rhyming scheme is BB. The next last word, found, ground. So the rhyming scheme is ABCC. The last rhyming scheme, C, tree, me. So the total rhyming scheme of the poem is A, B, B, C, C, D, D, D. So this was the rhyming scheme of the poem, The Ant and the Cricket. Next, let's see the personification. As personification means when human characters are given to the animals. So here in this poem we have seen cricket and ant. So ant and cricket are looking like a character as human being, is personified as human being. So in this poem, cricket and ant, so both the creatures, both the animals or insects that was personified in this poem completely from the first line to the last line. So personification means when a human characters are given to the animals or non-living things, it is called personification. The ant and the cricket is personified as human, as they are talking, thinking like humans. So here the ant is talking to the cricket as human, and the cricket is doing something and getting some reply, giving some reply to the ant. So it is the characterization of these creatures as human is mentioned here. So it is called personification. Let's move on to the next literary device. The first literary device that we have seen is personification, and the next one is alliteration. What is meant by alliteration? Alliteration means alliteration means the word or letter that repeat in the same line with the starting letter of same starting letter in the line completely again and again. For example, when, whether. I'll show you now. Here you can see the alliteration when, whether, was, warm. So you can see the consonant letter that repeats again and again in the same line. So W is the first letter, consonant letter, and when, the second word is whether, third word is was, and warm. So these things, this is called alliteration. Repeating of a same sound again and again in the same line is called alliteration. And the next literary device is anaphora. Anaphora means, here you can see he. So same word as a first word, it was repeating again and again in the second consecutive lines. So it is called anaphora. He wished only to borrow. He did reply it tomorrow. So both here also you can see he. So anaphora means repeating of a same word in the beginning of the sentence is called anaphora. So these are the literary device of the poem, from the poem. First one is personification, first literary device, and the second one is alliteration, and the third one is anaphora. So these are the three literary devices that was given in the poem. The next part is our homework area. So these are the questions that was given at the book back of the same poem. So try to find out the answer for the questions and write your answers. Send it in the group then and there. Those who are doing regularly, very good for you. And those who are not doing, please do it and send your homeworks in the group. I'll send you the PDF file of our textbook to you in your group. Go through it, have a reference, and find out the answers for the questions. Thank you.